And what will be the result on the offense if
Yeah,
it is settled for 8 games?
Again, to me, it's this league is every week presents such a different challenge. So, people always ask, well, why were you able to do this last week and this week it was tougher? Well, there's some different guys involved. So, yeah, we're growing, and to me, the biggest thing is if you look at our first Baltimore game and then you look at where we're playing now, there's a lot of guys that have improved a great deal. So that's what you're trying to get done.
You mentioned early opportunities. There was a deep throw down the sideline to Josh. That was a pretty good throw, wasn't it?
I thought it was a great throw, and it was just, like I said, a little bit of miscommunication, and I don't think Josh thought he was going to throw it nearly that fast and couldn't find the ball. He had I thought he had a really good throw to Devon. Devon dropped in that second drive. So, I thought he was ready to go, and he was ready to start fast. We just got to make a couple plays.
When you look at this run game, is it kind of is what it is? You guys are going to average what you're going to have. Not maybe the explosion that you would desire.
Well, if you want to have a high average per attempt, you got to break long runs. And we're getting into our 8th game, ninth game, and we haven't had any long runs. So to think all of a sudden those are just going to show up, so we have to manage the running game. I thought we got some good run in the second half. We got some bursts in there, 10, 11 yards. I always look back. There's a couple times in the game in that second half where we took a shot and the way the game was going, probably would have had, if I had to do it over again, would have run the ball. And then obviously we had the holding on the run that was going to get us down in there pretty good. So I thought we were getting a little rhythm in the run, and our guys inside were doing a good job on their nose and their defensive ends.
The Chiefs came in with so many sacks, and Jason only took one. How much of that had to do with the line? How much had to do with him? And how important is it just to have a quarterback who can get away from a few a game?
I thought you were going to ask how much was to do with the game plan.
Well, if you want to attribute that.
To me, it's always a combination of both. It's the offensive line and our tight ends and backs did a great job in protection. We stayed out of those real long third downs that really are hard to handle. And then Jason did a good job he ran a couple times. He made a couple plays with his feet that avoided pressure and got the ball out.
Have you heard back from the league on those holds?
I don't even look at that because you're not supposed to tell you guys. And if I had looked at it, then I'd have to lie to you.
Did you think they were holds?
It's so hard, and I've been through it so many different times where it doesn't matter what they tell you. Sometimes they call it and they say, well, maybe it shouldn't have been. Sometimes they don't call it and you get a report you should have had a call. So it's just football, and that's what it is. And it's unfortunate it was bad timing, because Joe obviously doesn't get in that position very often.
If Campbell could stay in for the final 8 games, knock on wood, what would it mean to your ability to grow the offense even more?
Yeah, it would really help, in terms of continuity. I mean, and it doesn't matter, who you put anyone's name in that. You want to have, the same guy in there, the huddle calls, the play calls, the guys getting comfortable. I think, again, you get in those third downs, you get in the 2-minute situation, you get in the red zone situation. That's where it gets so much more intensified, and that's where we have to grow. And having the same guy in there, we had a good 2-minute drive at the end of the half. At the end of the game, their coverage and their rush was just too much for us. And I think the more you're together, the same guy playing, the same people, some of those plays that we didn't make, there's opportunities to make.
What's up with Devon Best, and you guys aren't getting that much out of either Best or Little, so Jason doesn't have that many options?
Well, Devon is we know what he is. He's a pro. He's a competitor. He's going through a little bit of a tough period right now, but he's practicing well. He's catching the ball, so I expect him to come out of it.
How about Little? I mean, he's not able to contribute either as much as you would hope.
Yeah, and again, Greg's a combination of a couple of things. He's had some bad luck. He's had 2 or 3 times where he's been completely open deep. He's run great routes, double moves, and for some reason we didn't get the ball off. We had pressure, whatever those things, and that's kind of the position he plays. But there are going to be opportunities for him. We're playing against good